Okay, let's go ahead and do that same thing. We're going to back set. So go ahead and move the target there. Great. So I just want you to do the same thing, set it off the net. Then I want you to set a back set. For younger kids, obviously this is one of those like deep breath times for coaches, is to see how well that they back set. A couple of easy keys are the same as when you're setting front. You want to make sure that you are in a position, same posture to set the ball, so it's nice and high. For those of you who talked about the hands being down low, that's where you're going to run into trouble trying to set the ball back. In fact, it's kind of self-punishing because you have your face in the way, so like, you know, as soon as their nose bleeds, you go, well, it's your fault. Because that's legal nowadays, don't you think? Okay, so as you're setting back, you definitely want to high hands on the setting back. Okay? Your hands want to go through your arc. Okay? You want to make sure that they're even going through your mark. Good? And then there's two different ways you can do this in an out-of-system setting. We've kind of went advanced, but there's two different ways you can look at it. One is you can have yourself face your target. Okay? So if my target's here, my teacher eyes, which probably most of you are, go to my target. And that's how I set it. The other one you can do is, for lack of a better term, like a sight of a gun. So taking the seam of your shirt, taking your shoulder, okay, and you do this very well, okay, is to line up your gun sight to your target. So that I'm still making my turn as if, so I can set the outside if I want to, but then I set it over my shoulder, but it has to be consistently over that shoulder. When I start throwing my hands everywhere, hands have to go through my gun sight, so I shoot them. Okay? That could be appropriate in some areas and not in others, so decide your metaphor. But you go ahead and we're going to watch this one right here. Okay, so she's coming off. Watch how she gets her shoulder, and then she sets it off her shoulder. So again, two different ways to do it. I think when they're younger, probably just getting them to learn to face their target might be best. Okay? As they're older, you can get them to start thinking about how can I set both? So I'm going to be turning towards the outside set, but I can also take it off my shoulder out to the back set. Whatever you guys want to call it, red or whatever. Okay? Great.